Wilson had 2 long runs after screen passes, so that wasn't as much an indication of Jackson's vertical ability back then as it is tonight.
Yeah, Jeff, when we talked about the success, and when you just said that stat, it kind of surprised me. I figured Havelock might have had a little bit of a lead. But, Havelock, they're having success with, their bubble screen, wide receiver screen type passing game. And not watching them previously play, I don't know if that's something where usually when an offense, does things like that, and usually they're doing it to loosen the defense up for something else. And whatever that something else is hasn't been successful right now because Orange is doing a good job, an excellent job against the running game of Havelock with a quarterback, Cooper, Hutchinson, the running back. They're really keeping those guys in front of them and keeping them contained. Cooper is a good little quarterback, and he's very theatrical. But they're doing a good job of getting their hands on him and putting him on the ground. And offensively, Orange just needs to keep, like they say for the Panthers last year, keep pounding. They just got to keep pounding, keep grinding, and hopefully somebody will miss a tackle, somebody do something like that. But, I'm excited about the second half. It's as good as the first one. Usually scoreless games aren't so good. That was a very, very good first half.
When you got tension as thick as it is here tonight, there's no such thing as having a bad game when it's scoreless. I actually hunger for more games like this because it seems like college football has been living in an arena football world over the last few years. And here tonight, we've got 2 great defenses going at it. Havelock, it's really a study in contrast when it comes to defenses because Orange is much more burly up front than Havelock is. Havelock has 2 players under 200 pounds on its defensive line, but I'll tell you, they can fly to the ball with their linebackers. Kendall Frazier may not set size records. He's 5'10", 190, but he is a great tackler.
Yeah, he moves like a dart, and he made a couple very good plays right there. And also, I want to say just one more word in that first half about Devondrez Moore, who played the best half of football I've seen him play this year on the defensive side, and he's being that compliment to Peyton. Peyton had a fine first half defensively, but Devondrez is being that compliment to him, going side to side, making plays, and that's going to be big in this second half for him to continue to do what he did in the first half.
So Havelock will kick off to Orange to start second half, and that's really a big reason why the late interception hurt Orange so much because they would have loved to have had at least a field goal going into the locker room. They were sizing up for it, but that huge interception by number 5, Tommy Cabrera for Havelock, ended any hopes of that. So number 81, Christian Humana, back to kick it away. The winner of this game will play either West Craven or Eastern Alamance, and West Craven leads the Eagles at the half 28-7. Humana sends away a sky kick, and then the up back, Keyshawn Thompson winds up making the catch, and he gets barreled into 15-yard penalty against Havelock to start the second half for kick-catch interference.
Yeah, Jeff, I'm really, really surprised right there because anybody knows anything about Havelock, there's a lot of, it's like around a military base, I think, or something like that. So you figure disciplined kids, and they really have. At the first half, and that play right there, I mean, he clears Daycoff with a fair catch. They've done some very undisciplined things, and it's hurt them so far in this game.
It is down east is Havelock, and if one doesn't get careful driving down those roads, they could easily wind up driving on an exit on Camp Lejeune.
The phrase is bite me.
A little inside joke there, folks. So kick-catch interference puts the ball in Orange has fantastic starting position to begin the second half at the Havelock 49. The center, Blake Taylor, lines up over the ball. Orange averaging 313 yards a game on offense. They had 133 in the first half. Orange lines up with that power I formation that we saw. This is the first time we've seen it this year in this game. Peyton Wilson gets the call, and he goes no place. Immediately, Kendall Frazier comes over, and Montrese Gatling, the strong safety, held him up. Loss of 1.
Yeah, Dalen Alston for the Panthers right there was lined up here. He's a defensive tackle. He's 5'10", goes about 265 pounds.
That's for Orange.
Say what?
That's for Orange. This is the Havelock roster.
No, I know. For Orange.
Okay.
Yeah, Dalen Alston was in the backfield right there trying to set a block for Peyton. And now it look like they got Noah in there. Well, actually, it's Noah and Alston in the backfield right now. They got Peyton running behind two defensive tackles.
Yep.
Which they're thinking –
second down.
I don't know what they're thinking right now.
Handoff. It's Wilson trying to power forward, gets to the 45. Wilson still grinding ahead and gets to the 44. So that means that Orange is using 2 other players along that offensive line. Jackson Fuqua is one of them. And we'll try to get another player's number here in just a second. Here, the gain is good to the 43. called the 44. It's a gain of 6.
Yeah,
It'll be 3rd and 5.
Would have set it up for you. Dalen Austin's 5'10", about 260, and Noah Rogers can't be much taller than that, and he goes about 275 right there. And those plays, they're just lining Peyton up right behind those two guys and just plowing it forward, and they're going to go with that formation again.
Tyson Farrington is the new right tackle. He's standing beside Shea Hoffman at guard. Orange putting no wide receivers out at all. Handoff. Peyton Wilson puts his head forward, trying to get to the 40. Doesn't look like he's going to get there, and it's going to be 4th down. He got to the 41 for 4, but Orange is going to be about 1.5 yards short.
Yeah, I guess they why not try it? But I understand the first 2 times, but they had to know by the 3rd time it was coming, Jeff. I question that a little bit.
And so Havelock has forced the first 3 and out of the game. Make it the second 3 and out. Orange had 1 on their initial drive, and the Panthers now will punt. I'm a little surprised they're punting here.
Me too, as well. 40. They're on the Havelock 41-yard line right there. That's not out of the realm of not ridiculous. You know.
Cody Evans will punt. High snap. He brings it in, gets it away. Ball to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Beasley bats it ahead, and it went in the end zone. Beasley had a chance to down at the 1. He couldn't quite get down there in time as he hit it, but it crossed the end zone line. And it'll be 1st and 10. That would have been a huge, huge play in this game.
Because where it stood, Jeff, they gained 20 yards of field position right there. They had a 4th and 1 to get a first down right there, and they got 700 pounds of ball player in the backfield. They decided to punt and gain 20 yards. Let's just make a note right there of that series and the decisions that were made right there and see if it comes back to haunt them.
Ronte demonstrably upset along the sideline. Huge play by Havelock to begin this game. And here's Cooper pulling the ball back, looking to throw, but he meets pressure, and he is stacked up and going to be dropped after a gain of only 1. Stone Edwards, another great containment play, and he goes down.
Well, in this game, Jeff, he's on it so much that it's hard to be. It's always somebody with Peyton. Tackle somebody. Stone right there, and Peyton was grabbing hold of his ankle. As far as taking assists into context, too, I bet Peyton's got 10, 11 tackles already this game.
2nd and 9 from the 21 for Havelock. After Cooper got 1, he'll pull the ball back, take it down, and this time he's dropped once again, and this time he didn't get out of his own backfield. It was Milton Purcell in there with Peyton Wilson. Yeah,
Stone Edwards involved right there, too. So I would really watch right here if I'm Orange. That play, they're going to keep doing it because they're a read option team, like you said, but they have really done, I can't stress enough to you, how disruptive a player like Corey Cooper. He's kind of like, who was the quarterback for Southern?
Jalen Green.
Jalen Green, but he keep plays alive, keep moving.
Here's Cooper back to throw on 3rd and 10. He'll throw near sideline, and it is caught for a first down. Catch is made by 22, Khalil Barrett. He just got a foot in bounds. Defending him, Eli Haithcock, first down, Havelock.
Yeah, that was great timing right there because he threw that ball before the Havelock receiver even came out of his break right there. He put it right on the money. It's a big throw right there by Cooper on the 3rd and long.
A rare 3rd down conversion in this game that is still scoreless. 8.5 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Corey Cooper, the quarterback, throws, passes, caught by Hutchinson, but he's tied up in the backfield, fights forward, and did all he could just to lose 2 out of that. Immediately, Jordy Farrington was on him, and he's the one who made the stop.
Also, Keyshawn Thompson was in there, too, who gave him he initially caused a disruption, and then Farrington came in there and cleaned up the mess. But the quarterback that's for Wake Forest now, played for Southern.
Kendall Hinton.
He, if you remember watching him play, he kept everything alive, man. He was so hard to bring down. And that's kind of like what this Cooper kid is,
Yep. Not quite as strong an arm
as
Kendall had.
He's not in the class of Kendall, but the same type player.
2nd and 12. Got the H-back in there, and we have flags down. And it's going to be a false start. Penalties have killed drives in this game where no one has scored. These are expensive 5-yarders here against Havelock. False start. And the ball is back to the 26. We are not on WCHL tonight. We got preempted for a UNC women's basketball consolation tournament game. They lost yesterday, but we know Jan Boxell's listening, and if she's happy, I imagine everyone at UNC is too. So, 2nd down and 17. Ball back at the 26. After the 5-yard penalty. Wide receivers to the right, Evans. And here is Cooper stepping back. Now throws the pass. Is caught at the 35 over the 40 and fighting for getting the first down. Goes number 35, Welton Spotsville, and he's got the first down. That'll be enough for the first down.
That was another seam route, Jeff. He just got in the middle of the seam right there and went right down the field, and like Orange was caught in the zone right there. And Cooper, he can throw the ball too now. Maybe we talk about Jackson Schmidt giving him more confidence to throw the ball. Maybe that's what Havelock needs to start doing, just letting him air it out a little bit more.
So
down the field.
Gain of 20 to the 46. Here's Cooper meeting pressure from the side. He's going to have to take off with it. He goes to ahead to 45 and over the 50. Boy, that was some great running by Cooper there. And he's ahead into Orange territory at the 49.
Yeah, Jeff, I think he maybe got about 5, maybe 6 yards right there. But something like that where he initially was looking at a loss or a no gain, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 4 as opposed to 2nd and 10. That's big as far as play calling, all those things. Just, 5, 6 yards, scrambling yards like that could mean a big difference in a drive.
Orange got great pressure. 7 yards out of that. So Cooper will stand back with Gatling in the backfield. Gatling goes in motion. And they fumble the snap. Cooper now will have to ad-lib, and he is stacked up, but he still climbs forward and probably has the first down. Yeah, Orange's pursuit couldn't quite crack up and make the stop, and it's a first down there.
Yeah, you saw how shifty Cooper was right there because the ball bounced, and the Orange defense had they were kind of cement-fitted right there waiting to see what he's going to do instead of attacking. Even Stone Edwards, he got caught off balance right there when the ball snapped, and he's going to kick himself because he had his hands on Cooper in the backfield, and Cooper wiggled free and got a first down. Very rare you get out of Stone Edwards' grip.
Yep. Cooper is slippery. He's the leading rusher on this team. First down, Gatling in motion, and he's going to take the handoff. No fake it. Goes to Cooper, past the 40 to the 35, and Corey Cooper is ahead to the 32. And Corey Cooper doing it all by himself. He had a 20-yard run, a 20-yard pass rather, and there he winds up gaining 13 yards.
Yeah, Jeff, and Orange has proved with Hutchinson and the other running backs, they've been able to have their number. They really, read option-wise, they really need to start focusing on Cooper because he looks like he's got juice in his eyes right now. He's like you said, he's doing it by himself. They really need to start focusing on him and try to pin him back.
Empty backfield, the H-back in the game, that's Kendall Frazier. Now Gatling in motion. It's going to be Cooper aiming down the near sideline, and it's overthrown. He was looking to Everett along the near sideline. It'll be 2nd down and 10 as they wanted to change the pace of play, did the Rams there. 5:29 remaining. We are still scoreless here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and the only thing really I've seen Cooper struggling is throwing outside the hashes. He's overcooked, so he had a man open right there, but totally overthrew him. But in the seams and in the middle of the field, he's done a good job in running. But over on the outside, on the outer part of the field right there, he's struggling with a few throws.
Hutchinson in the backfield with Cooper. And Hutchinson will get the handoff, running wide to the right. It's got room past the 35, over the 25, past the 20, stays on his feet, 15, to the 10, to the 5, and down at about the 3.
Yeah, Jeff, that right there was read option. He did a good job as he was cutting. They run their read option a little bit different. Sometimes they'll put a guy in motion and kind of read option to the right over there. And Hutchinson did a good job because this first time he really had open air to move in. They'd been all over him. Hutchinson had very little room to run. He did a good job right after. Shook a tackle, I think, from Jordy Tharrington right there and almost got in the end zone. I think it was Devondrez Moore made a good tackle to save the touchdown.
1st and goal from the 4. Cooper now hands it off. It goes number 23. He fights forward to about the 2, but can't get any further than that. Now it may be Belagatti who's in there in place number 23. We'll try to get a number on that. Don't have him in our program here, but ball is down to the 1. 2nd and goal for Havelock at the 1. That is Belagatti in there wearing a new number. He is the 2nd leading touchdown maker on this team. This is their short yardage back. He's wearing a new jersey tonight. Cooper now will take the snap, send it out. Belagatti will cross the goal line. Touchdown, Havelock. The first score of the game comes with 4:32 remaining, and for the first time this year, Orange trails in the second half.
Yeah, Jeff, you saw a good drive right there. Remember what we talked about with Orange playing a little bit conservative on that 4th and 1 in Havelock territory. They punted the ball, gained 20 yards. The result is this touchdown right here. But Corey Cooper did a great job just quarterbacking his team down the field, made every right decision you could make on that drive.
Christian Humana comes on now for the extra point. Low snap. The kick is up, and it is good. A huge, huge play in this